Alright guys, my name is Coach Lee, and tonight we're going to play a game, an activity called Titanic. And you're going to be in a team, and your goal is to escape the Titanic and make it to the beach, which are the stars that we have set up. If you make it past there, then you're safe. Here's how you play this game. Each team is going to have 2 scooter boards. Those are life rafts. If you're on the life raft, you're safe. If you fall off into the water, which is the floor, then you're not safe because that's freezing water. We're on the Titanic. Also, your team is going to have 5 poly spots. Those poly spots also count as a life raft. So if you put a poly spot down, that's a safe place that you can sit on. One person can be on a poly spot. So one person can be on that spot, and you're safe if you want to send a scooter board back for somebody else to use. Because as a team, you need to make it from the Titanic to the safe area, your whole team. Once your whole team makes it across, your team won that game. So you're not really racing against each other, you're just working as a team to get all of your team members safe. It doesn't do any good if just one person makes it, because then the rest of your team is still in danger. You also have a rope, and you can use your scooter boards, your life raft, poly spots, and your rope however you want to get your team across. Yes, ma'am.
Poly spot or like something really close to the beach, can you like jump onto the beach?
Sure, you can do that if you get it that close, but if you're that close, you probably can make it over the same way you got over that far to begin with. Yes, sir?
I was just wondering, what's the jump rope for?
The jump rope is the rope that you can use. That's up to you to decide how you want to use the rope. This activity, your team, you need to talk about strategies. You need to think within your team and say, hey, okay, I think I can make it pretty far, so maybe I'll take one of the scooter boards, one of my life rafts, and go over. Maybe you take a poly spot with you to put down. Maybe you take a rope with you to help somebody else get farther across. You can come up with strategies on your own, and we will walk around and help you out and offer some suggestions if you need it. But this activity, your team, you want to talk and come up with your own strategy. The group next to you may do something completely different. That's fine. You guys come up with your own solution and try it out, and if it doesn't work, we can start again. If you fall off into the water, then you need to go back to the Titanic. And if your scooter board is there, you turn your scooter board upside down, and then somebody else in your team has to be able to make it to that, to turn it right side up so your team can use it again. Yes, sir?
Can we put the jump rope down and stand walk across it?
Can't walk on the jump rope. It's just like a rope. Could you walk across a rope if you were holding it out over on water? Not unless you were in the circus. So can't do that. But the poly spots count as a life raft, but that life raft can't move. Wherever you get to the poly spot, then you put it down. You can pick it up later if you need to, but that's a safe place, so that way, because you've only got 2 scooter boards. Those are the only things that can move, that you can move on. So you need to think about where you want to put your poly spots and how far you can get on the scooter board and how you want to use the rope. All right? Yes, ma'am.
So first before we play, can we like put our poly spots?
Nope, because once we start, we're going to start from behind the line, and then this is freezing water all the way over to the beach here. So you got to try to make it to that beach.
Well, like before, can we just place our poly spots?
No, that would make it way too easy. Yes, Sam.
Because like how much cheating is the first person who goes takes the rope and then they get all the way across and then they take poly spot and then they throw the rope over.
That's up to your group. That's up to you. As long as you don't touch the water, you're fine. So that's up to you. That might be an idea. That's up to you guys to figure it out. All right, no more questions for right now. We're going to get started. Let's see. We've got 5, 10, 15, 21. All right, we do have 21. So we're going to have 5 groups. There'll be 4 groups with 4 and 1 group with 5. And I would like you to have a good mix of older and younger kids. So that way, because you older kids need to help the younger kids. You're going to be the better strategist to help them figure out a plan. So let's take a second, go ahead and get in a group of 4, and there'll be 1 group that has 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. This is the group of...
Yeah, you are 5. We're the group of 5. You can go be with
Can we go first?
Yeah, we need 1 person to join these guys.
Second.
That's 1.
Okay.
You guys.
Okay, you two boys, come on over. Okay, we got two extra here, so we need one group here. Charlie, join these girls. Good, they need a man to help them out on this play. Alright, go ahead and jump, get some scooters. Hey! Okay, now, use this. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to talk about your strategy. With your team, figure out, think about what you're going to do. Remember, if you touch the carpet, that means you freeze. So you need to figure out how you're going to make it. Well, once you start moving, this little beginning area is fine.
But you have to use your legs to push it.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Have you tried it? Does that work? Scooter boards, but only your whole team has to make it across, so eventually all 4 people will do it. You need to figure out how to do it. If your hands and feet touch the carpet, then you froze and somebody needs to come rescue you from your team. Hey! Alright, we're going to get started. Remember, no touching the ground, think about your strategy, and we'll see how we're all doing after a couple minutes. Alright, go! It doesn't help if only 3 communicate. So you got to think about that problem. Yeah, so how are you going to figure that out? You guys have a lot of equipment here, so how can you help your team? on the scooter board. It's over here. Don't stand on the scooter board. There you go. Alright guys, great job, great job. We saw almost every team made it across. I saw some great strategies. Who wants to share some of the strategies they used that worked for them in this game? Yes ma'am.
So like we got the two scooter boards, and then first some two people got the poly spots and passed it down, and then the other two people like was on the scooter boards with the rope pulling each other onto the poly spots to pick it up and then go to the next one.
Great. Matthew, what worked for you?
We kept passing down the poly spot so that we could reuse them.
Exactly. That's a great aspect of this, because since the scooter boards don't really roll very far on this surface, you couldn't just get a good push and go all the way across. You had to find ways to move across bit by bit. Yes, ma'am.
We tied the one that has the handles onto the rope, and the one that doesn't, they just hold onto the rope, and we pulled each other on.
So you pulled one life raft with the other one with the rope.
The person that had the one that had the handles got the poly spots and put them in front so we can use them again.
Great. Good one. Yes, ma'am.
We got the poly spots, and then they tossed the first poly spot rope. You would pick up the poly spots, but then the scooter was there was one at the front and one at the end, and like
So you split up your scooters and had the spots in the middle.
and the scooter with the handles was at the front, and then the one without was at the back.
Great. Well, I think you guys saw that we were all working on the same goal. Everybody was trying to do the same thing, but you guys all came up with different ideas. We saw some people using the spots more, some people used the scooter boards more, some people didn't use the rope at all, some people used the rope a lot. There were a couple teams that had the rope tied to a scooter board and used it to tow their teammates around, and that was awesome. And all the teams that made it across got all their team members across, so you didn't leave anybody behind. So you guys did an awesome job on that, and this is a great example of how there's more than one way to accomplish a goal. So if one thing didn't work, you could try something else, or you could change it just a little bit to make it work for you. Yes, Matthew?
It's like Rome was not built in a day. Of course, Rome wasn't built in a day, but if you try something at first and it doesn't work, you try again and you accomplish it.
Exactly. So this wasn't a race. That's what we said at the beginning. The goal was to make sure everybody got across safely. Sometimes you might be in a race to do something like this, and then, yeah, it would be important to try to do it, whatever you think is the fastest way. But this way, it was just important to get your whole team across, and everybody did a great job. So thank you for letting me come and show you this game. I hope you had a great time, and hope you liked it. Thanks, guys. Give yourselves a big round of applause.